Footy TV, great to have you with us for the start of another week. 6 rounds down, officially a third of the way through the regular season. Steve Chalmers, Justin Nelson with you. Hope you're all well. It was a big weekend. We're talking youthies.
I am well, thanks for asking. It's probably the first time.
Don't really care about you, but I hope everyone out there is well.
Oh, right. No, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, no, right.
How was your weekend? You would have taken in a ton of youth league games, no doubt.
It wouldn't matter what I answer, you couldn't care, so... But it was good.
We've had a great start to the week, haven't we? Youth League 2 women. Let's have a look at the results there. They are up on screen for you, and the Casey juggernaut continues.
That's right. Big winners over Western Port by 15. Lauren Tuplin, Tess Young continue to just get it done.
Got a nice mix there, haven't they?
Between Casey or the two?
No, Casey. I'm just talking about overall as a team.
Yes, correct. Well, if they continue to win games, they do it as a whole unit, really.
Tuppers has had a good, very good start to the season.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she might be right in the hunt for an All-Star 5 nomination at some stage when the votes come out, 12 rounds from now.
I know we're only 6 rounds in, but you may be right with that one.
Blackburn got over Mornington by 50. What's going on with Morno, Steve? Come on, tell us what's going on down there.
Well, I can tell you some things about Mornington. It's just that
0 and 6
they're not putting the ball in the ring enough.
30 points for a game of basketball at this level.
Yes.
Not good enough, Steve.
No, certainly struggling down there, but their time will come.
Well, it's got to come soon.
May not come next week.
They're 0 and 6, Steve. So Morno have a fair bit of work to do. Pakenham got Whittlesea on the road. Good win. Ali Coots, 13 and 10, 4 assists, 3 blocks, getting the job done.
Interesting one. LT Power comes out from the senior side. I think they really wanted to get that W over Pakenham, but still fell short. She had 17 points off the bench.
They're sitting at 2 and 4 at the moment, the Pacers. Werribee went down to Southern Penn by 4. Good win by the Gummy Sharks on the road. Sienna Privatera had 11 points for them. Alana Anthony, 2 first names. Alana Anthony, 12 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists.
They'd be your favourite types of names, surely.
Love 2 first names. Frankston got Sherbrooke by 40. Sherbrooke struggling as well, by the way. They're 0 and 6 at the moment. Look forward to when Sherbrooke play Mornington. That's going to be a ding-dong battle. Fair enough. Moving right along. Youth League 2 men. There's the results up on screen for you, Steve. What do you got to tell me?
Well, Pakenham close winners on the road over Chelsea. Ned Wiedemann had 21 points in that one. Daniel Brown had a good game with 25 points and 13 rebounds, but one he would like to forget is 10 turnovers.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. One thing we will talk about, though, is one of your favourite players. The Thoroughbreds are flying. Correct. 7 and 2, and Bold Back was up and about again.
Well, they had a pair of wins. Bold Back had 28 points and 5 rebounds in their win over Wallen. They backed that one up with a big win over Maccabi by 15. Fernando Rios Rodriguez was his running mate, and he had 22 points, 8 rebounds and 5 dimes in that one.
Sounds like a tennis player, doesn't he? Or a golfer.
Fernando Rios Rodriguez.
Yeah, absolutely. Craigieburn got Whittlesea by plenty. Craigieburn are 7 and 1.
Craigieburn have a knack of putting the ball in the bucket, don't they? I think that's their 4th straight game where they've scored 100 plus.
Yep.
So they're certainly doing a good job on the offensive end.
Western Port got Frankston. Luke Helbig had 21 and 17. The Duffster had 10 dimes in that one. Good to see Jack Duff up and about. Mornington over Keesey by 6. Now, Lockie Bacic is having a hell of a season, Steve.
Well, he is. He's certainly getting it done on the offensive end. Another 37 points, 16 rebound performance on the weekend. And he's really willing Mornington over the line in some games, isn't he?
Well, 37 of 60 in that game. So he's more than willing them over the line. They're 4 and 4 at the moment. And that is a great win. Keesey are 5 and 5. They've already played 10 games, Keesey. Them and Wallen, 10 games each at the moment.
Yeah, well, Keesey had a big win over Latrobe. We've spoken about Latrobe a number of times, but certainly not a great result there. Brad Watson, 19 points, 13 rebounds. Always doing his thing for the energy.
Latrobe 0 and 7 with a percentage of 56.
Yeah, and I don't see it changing much in the short term, at least. I think they'll probably, end up 0 and 10. Mid-season, they just sort of work out where they are and try and get a big back half from there.
They've conceded 788 points in 7 games.
It doesn't help, does it?
Does not help at all. Wallen and Chelsea, good win Chelsea on the road. Milligan with 18 and 9. Melton, you mentioned, against Maccabi. And Frankston got Collingwood by 2. Yeah,
good game there. Griff had 11 points. Josh Cleary, 11 points as well. Deng Dude had 24 points, 6 assists, my apologies. Just a little bit on his own there for the All-Stars.
Let's go to Youth League 1 Women. There's the results up on screen from round 6. What can you tell me?
Well, I can tell you right down the bottom, McKinnon, we've mentioned, or you've made mention of it
Close
a
games.
lot of the time.
Love a close game.
Love a close game. Sometimes just can't get over the line. Adele Rogers was fouled on a 3-point attempt with 11 seconds down 2, made all 3 free throws, and that was all she wrote. Keilor got up by 1.
Yeah, Emma Crease, who had 16 in that one for the Cougars, unfortunately was the player, I think, that clipped her. And as you said, Adele Rogers went to the line and hit all 3. I think McKinnon did have a late shot, though, in that game.
Mm-hmm. I think Tamara Booth just
the Booth
missed right at the horn.
Geelong got Eltham by 25. That one stood out to me as well.
Yeah, Eltham lost 2 on the weekend. Not too sure where the signs are for the Wildcats. Obviously came down from BYC. Have had a little bit of changeover and that's hurt, but certainly need to change things around pretty quickly.
Chloe Ango, your girl for Sunbury.
Another 23
Give her a mention.
points,
She's
4
the only
rebounds.
name on the sheet, Steve-O, so give her a mention.
6
Was there
assists.
anyone else in the team?
Sunbury did the job again, led by Angers, defeated Campbell on the road.
Sunbury are 6 and zip, by the way. Keilor 6 and 1 at the other end. Chelsea and Eltham both 1 and 6.
Yeah, struggling at the moment.
Let's have a look at Youth League 1 men. There's the results from the weekend, and it's a nice little competition, this one.
It is. Geelong got the job done over Bendigo. Josiah King is in some form at the moment. Another 21 points, 13 rebound, 4 assist effort. I'm liking his performances down at Supercats.
Geelong are 4 and 3. Sunbury up on top, leading the way 8 and zip. They look unstoppable at the moment.
Yeah, and they knocked over Werribee on the weekend.
6 and 2
on the road.
Top 2
that was
teams.
A big game. Kyle Collins 26 points. Daniel Herbert had 31 for the home side.
Crow got Camberwell by 4. Cohen Blythe doing what he does. Tommy Moncrief with 15 points for Camberwell. Stingrays get up by 4. They're 4 and 4 at the moment. Camberwell are 3 and 5. Casey over Ballarat was a nice win. Brad Head 25 points in that one, and Zach Dunmore certainly did all he could for Ballarat with 37 and 10.
Yeah, big time performance, unable to get the victory though. I'll tell you one team I'm liking at the moment in this comp, the Waverley Falcons.
Well, talk about them.
Well, they got a big win over Corio Bay. Obviously the Stingrays backed up from the night prior.
Blythe only played 2 minutes in this game, Steve.
104.59. Andy Nola 27 points off the bench. Aaron Ruiz 15 and 8 for the Stingers, and as you mentioned, Blythe just a couple of minutes.
Waverley 6 and 1. Clearly an injury. Excuse me, an injury of some sort to Cohen Blythe. Not sure what it is. Haven't heard. Started the game, played 2, didn't come back.
I mean, I don't have any mail in terms of injuries, but you'd assume so.
It's your job. You've only got one thing to do, Steve-O. You're clearly letting us down. Let's go to VYC Women with thanks to Moulton. There's all the results up on the board. Busy weekend.
Just going back to that Colin Blythe thing.
Yes.
Played 26 minutes in the seniors, the game straight afterwards. So I'm going to say,
wow,
not an injury.
Hey, good pick up there. So only played 2 minutes in the youthies and was whisked off the court and played in the seniors, and they went down by, what was it, 4 points in that game? Was it 4 points?
No, they got rolled by a handy margin.
Right, okay. Interesting. You might need to look into that, Steve.
I also had the one job and I just picked it up.
You did very, very well. Good
bad.
work. I hope you're on target with everything you've said there. VYC Women with thanks to Moulton. There's the results up on screen. What can you tell me? Altona.
Well, there's 2 teams. There's 2 teams that are really rolling right now. One, you just mentioned Altona.
DV 7 and 1 as well.
3 teams right now
Right,
that's still
okay.
rolling. The second one is Diamond Valley. The third one is Ringwood.
Right.
Ringwood knocked over Kilsyth in the opening game of the weekend. Beck Nola had 18 off the bench. Taylor Black, who I've been liking as of late, 16 points and 3 steals for the Cobras.
Yep. Cobras or Cobras? Castlemaine or Castlemaine? Newcastle or Newcastle? What are you going with? Cobras or Cobras? I'm going to hold you to this for the whole season. They're the Cobras, Steve. They're not the Cobras.
They are Kilsyth.
Right, okay.
And then
enough.
anything you like after that, they're the Snakes.
Ringwood, DV and Altona, just to clarify, all 7 and 1.
Okay, there you go. Altona had another win over the weekend, 23-point winners over Hume City. Real team effort.
Yes.
Number of players in double digits, couple of 9 points as well. Really across the board defeated Hume. Leilani CMO had 20 points on 7 of 12 shooting for the Broncos. 7 of 12, remember that, because the Broncos shot just 22% from the field. So needed some teammates to lift with her. Diamond Valley, you mentioned.
Yes.
Big winners over Dandenong. Held them to 3.
Dandenong's 1 and 7, Steve.
Held them to 3 points in the third quarter from memory. Another all-round team performance. Shana Ayres, Amelia Smith, Meg Krupe all performing.
Where was the last time? Sorry, go on.
Dandenong
Right.
got their first win last weekend.
Yes.
We thought they may have turned the corner. Obviously, they've come up against a pretty strong side in Diamond Valley. It'll be interesting to see the next couple of games going forward where they're at.
When was the last time? How long's the VYC competition been going for? 5 years? About 5?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
4,
yeah.
5 years?
Yeah.
5 years? When was the last time Dandenong in VYC women were 1-7? I'll tell you the answer.
Never.
It starts with N and ends in ever. Never. 1-7, Steve-O. Very, very interesting. Obviously, and as quite often happens in the youthies, change, next group coming in, build themselves up over the next few years. Love what Altona's doing. Lalisa Pua had 14 points in that one. They got over Hume by 23. Warrandyte. Now I saw the end of this game. Was this OT this game?
I couldn't tell you.
They got up by 1 at Waverley, hit a bucket, literally in the dying second of that game. Saw some video on this. It was a thrilling finish. Big win for the Venom.
Sasha Falasio has been in some form over the last 3 or 4 weeks. 23 points again, as has Michaela Coohan, another double-double, 13 and 13.
Yep.
Alyssa Weston's another player to watch down at Waverley, 23 points, and also Grace Beasley had a good game with 18, 5 and 5.
A couple of performances I want to talk about. First of all, Knox out at Hume, got up by 17. Leah Santamaggio played a ripper for the seniors on the weekend in State Champ Women. We'll talk about that game tomorrow. And also stepped out for the youthies, had 30 points, shot 12 of 13.
Well, that's a big one. Usually you can see during youth leagues, 30 points, might have got a bunch of shots up, was the focal point on offense. But 12 of 13, that's the way to do it.
Incredible.
That's the amazing part.
The other one was Melbourne against Knox on Sunday. No Santamaggio for Knox, by the way. She was off playing with the seniors. Melbourne got up by 12. Nikki Metcalf had 34 points and 12 rebounds in that game. Now, Nikki Metcalf is the daughter of Joe Metcalf, who of course played a couple of years at Warrandyte when they came into the Big V competition women back in 2007. She was captain 7 and 8.
Yep.
But Nee Jo Moyle, who was a champion in the WNBL and in fact was the MVP of the WNBL, I think back in about 1992. Don't hold me to those years. But great to see young Nikki forging her own career. 34 and 12, Melbourne get up on Sunday.
And Melbourne bounced back from a poor couple of weeks to their standards. Defeated Bendigo the night prior at home by 15. Cransburg did play that game, 20 points and 10 rebounds.
Sandy got Nunner on Sunday, by the way, as well by 5. Ella Batish, 14 and 11. Keely Frawley, another famous name with a footballing father, 22 and 12. Let's go to VYC men with thanks to Moulton, and the curse continues. What is going on?
Well, it's a strange
with the Cobras.
It's a strange curse out at Kilsyth with the Cobras.
Well, you guys have done it to them. It's you and Craig that have done it. You've caused a rift in that team between Mitch Dillmans and Jordan Adnam, and clearly it's having an effect.
Well, I wouldn't go putting the finger on me.
Well, okay, Craig.
I didn't call the big call on the certainties night, but Jordan Adnam missed Saturday night, I believe. Mitch Dillmans went off 33 points. Blackburn, speaking of, they've turned a corner, haven't they?
How's Bolney up? 27 in that game.
He's been doing it week in, week out as well. The Sunday didn't get much better either. They went down to Bulleen at home. Jordan Adams, 31 points, 19 rebounds, 6 assists. Shaz Mabubi had 21 and 7 for the visitors, and Bulleen got up by a bucket.
Bulleen got Sandringham on Saturday as well, by the way, by 18, and Mabubi had 22 in that game. Ringwood got Altona by 4. Maddie Roberts, 19 points. Dagukin Elazar had 32 and 8 on Saturday and backed it up on Sunday with what, Steve-O?
He had 29 points, 10 rebounds. Altona weren't able to get the win because, as we mentioned, Blackburn turning that corner. Bull Neop, 20 points again. Blackburn on the road, 15-point winners.
Dandenong got DV on Sunday, which was a good win, considering Jack Roberts came down from the seniors at DV and had 31 points in that game. McKinnon over Sandy. Real rivalry down in that neck of the woods. McKinnon got up on Sunday by 3. Luke Payenberg, 23 in that game. Matty Burke had 21 for Sandy. And Keilor got Ringwood in OT.
Yeah, and fourth quarter, I think there's only about 45 seconds remaining, and I could be wrong, but there was a 20-minute delay with about a minute remaining. Someone dislocated their shoulder.
Okay.
I don't have mail on particularly who it was, but that game ended up going into overtime. Keilor got the win there.
Ryan Miller, 27 and 10 for Ringwood. Mitch Alouche had 26 for Keilor. Now, just a very quick look at the ladders at the moment. Hawthorn are 7-1. They're leading the Watson Conference from Bulleen at 5-2. Now, at the other end, DV are 1-7. Sandringham are 1-7. Let's not forget DV. Shuffling some players around at the moment. Good to see Jack Roberts come back, but they're 1-7 right now. And Sandy, as I said, in that close encounter with McKinnon, just couldn't get across the line. In the Terrell Conference at the moment, Steve-O, the ladder, Knox are 7-2. Eltham are 6-1. They didn't play on the weekend. Yes, they did. They got up over Sherbrooke. Christian Yamuni had 20 points in that one. Ali Bear 12 and 13 for Sherbrooke. So they're 6-1. Dandenong 6-2. At the other end, it's a little bit tighter here. Melbourne 3-5. Nunawading 3-4.
Nunawading just got that win over Melbourne as well on the weekend. Tommy Graham 29 points, 7 rebounds.
Very good, Tommy Graham.
That one. That was a big game, obviously looking at the ladder down near the bottom. But I think some mid-season reinforcements might be coming in for those couple of teams, and that'll be handy moving into the second and third parts of the season.
Ringwood 5-5, by the way, middle of the table there. Already played 10.
Very hard to read that side.
It is. There you go. Monday night, all done and dusted. We'll be back tomorrow night at the desk from 5:30. Craig Freeman to join me talking seniors after round 6, and some big stuff midweek this week. What are we doing, Steve?
Player and Coach of the Month.
Yes.
Being announced over Wednesday and Thursday, obviously yes for April.
Looking forward to that. We'll catch up with you same time, same place tomorrow night talking seniors, Big VTV. See you then.